Alright guys, today we're going to be checking out the all-new OPPO Reno16 Pro. Now on paper, there are obviously plenty of upgrades this year, but after using the phone for a while, I think what stood out the most wasn't necessarily the specs. Instead, what I found is that this is actually just a really fun phone to use. There are so many little features that encourage you to take more photos, shoot more videos, and just experiment with the camera. It almost reminds you why smartphone photography became so enjoyable in the very first place. And the feature that surprised me the most isn't even built into the phone itself. It's this, the OPPO Bubble. Now at first glance, it just looks like a tiny display attached to the back of your phone, but after using it for a few days, I actually found myself reaching for it more often than I actually expected. So let's begin there before we move into the cameras, software, and everything else in between. Now starting off with the design, this is OPPO's brand new 3D pop planet design, and the back has this floating 3D effect that changes depending on how you tilt the phone. I think it looks quite unique, but if you prefer something a little more subtle, you can always go for the one in black. Meanwhile, the phone itself is also relatively compact, which I personally appreciate a lot. It's comfortable to hold, easy to use with one hand, and fits into smaller pockets or bags without feeling oversized. While we're looking around the phone, you also notice this new button over here, and it's called the AI Snap Key. Now it's making its debut on the Reno series, and by default, a short press takes a screenshot, holding it records a voice memo, while a double tap opens AI Mind Space. However, the nice thing is that you can customize it, so after a while, it actually becomes one of those shortcuts that you just naturally start using. Now that brings us back to what is probably my favorite new addition, the OPPO Bubble. It simply attaches to the back of the phone, but instead of just looking cool, it actually gives you a live preview while using the rear cameras. That means instead of relying on the front camera for selfies, you can now use the much better rear cameras while still seeing yourself. It's especially useful for group photos because everyone can check the framing before the picture is actually taken. And when you're not taking photos, you can even customize it by displaying your favorite live photos, short videos, or even your pet. Now it's a small detail, but it adds a bit of personality to your device. Now of course, having the bubble wouldn't mean much if the cameras themselves weren't good. Starting with the front, you actually get a 50 megapixel ultra-wide selfie camera with a 100-degree field of view. So instead of everyone squeezing together, it's much easier to fit more people into the frame. There's also the new 0.6 times golden selfie angle, which gives your selfies a more natural perspective while capturing more of the background. Personally though, if I had a bubble attached, I probably just use the rear cameras most of the time. Speaking of which, around the back, you get a 200 megapixel main camera together with a 50 megapixel 3.5 times telephoto portrait sensor. That already gives you plenty of flexibility, but what I found more interesting are actually the camera software features. Take 4K motion photo for example. Normally, you either take a photo or record a video. Here, you get both. The phone captures a short motion clip together with your photo, and afterwards, you can even export individual frames in up to 4K 60 FPS HDR. So if someone blinked, looked away, or moved slightly, you can simply choose a better frame afterwards instead of asking everyone to pose again. It's honestly one of those features that sounds small, but once you start using it, it's hard to go back. On top of that, if you enjoy giving your photos a different look, there's also PopCam, which comes with several built-in styles. My favorites are the Digicam, Instant Film, and Light Leak filters because they give your photos a unique look straight out of the camera without needing extra editing. And if you're someone who likes posting on social media, AI Remix Collage can automatically turn multiple photos into creative collages with just a few taps. That's not all. There's also Pop Out 2.0, which creates this fun effect where your subject appears to extend beyond the frame, making photos look a little more dynamic. Now, video recording has also received some nice upgrades. You can record using the 4K front ultra-wide camera, which is great for vlogging. Look around here. Looks pretty stable as well. Let me show you these steps to the back. And if you just go into 1 times, brings me much closer into frame. But I think the 0.6x is very nice. My face doesn't look like it's distorted in terms of the shape. And then there's also 4K steady video, which automatically keeps your footage level while you're walking or running around. You can see how stable the video is. Let's try and jump over those steps. So pick up the speed. And one more. So here we are. Focus looks pretty nice as well. Very quick. And we're going to jump back down. And one more. And if you're someone who likes reaction videos or travel content, dual view video lets you record using both the front and rear cameras at the same time. Now once you've captured everything, you'll obviously want the phone to keep up with everything else as well. So the Reno 16 Pro is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8550, and throughout my usage, the experience has been smooth and responsive. Battery life also shouldn't be an issue thanks to the large 6700 mAh battery, and when you do need to charge it up, 80 watts SuperVOOC gets you back up pretty quickly. Now on top of that, you also get IP66, 68 and 69 water and dust resistance, so there's a little more peace of mind when you're using a phone outdoors. Now when it comes to software, this is running ColorOS 16, and OPPO is promising 6 years of fluency certification, meaning the phone is designed to stay smooth even after years of usage. There's also a number of AI tools like AI Mindspace, AI Build Manager and AI Menu Translation, while O+ Connect makes it easier to transfer files between OPPO and other devices. So, at the end of the day, I think the OPPO Reno 16 Pro is more than just another smartphone, it's genuinely a fun phone to use. From the bubble and motion photos to all the creative camera features, there are plenty of little things that make you want to pick it up and start creating. If that sounds like something you're looking for, then the OPPO Reno 16 Pro is definitely worth checking out. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care, enjoy creating content, and bye-bye.